Hello YouTube, my name is Fag. Welcome to my channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And here we go. We haven't watched one of these in a while. I'm a car girl. I like cars. I like guns. You know? So let's watch this Christmas State compilation from September to October 2024. Just Wrote In on the Just Wrote In channel. And here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Just Rolled In.
This Mercedes-Benz came in as it had blown a head gasket and this plastic coolant pipe was cracked.
I'm sorry, pal. If I didn't bother you, I would have chose something different. I don't want to upset anybody. All right. Sure.
And leaking badly. The customer laughed when he received the quote and told the shop to only replace this coolant pipe with the one he provided. The technician said while the car was at the shop, it no longer wanted to start as too much coolant had entered the combustion chamber.
Ooh. That's never a good sign.
This Hyundai Accent was towed in as the customer said it just shut off.
Yeah, if you got water in your heads, there is like gaskets and other things going wrong too.
While driving. The technician said he wonders how long has the check engine light been on for and ignored by the owner. Customer states click.
They put tape on your check engine light. Who in the right mind would put tape on your check engine light? I mean, there's something wrong with your car, typically. Why would you hide that?
Clicking noise after it was just fixed at this shop. The mechanic removed the wheel and found a crab stuck between the wheel and brake caliper.
Oh, the poor crab.
States, something rolling under the seat.
It's a golf ball. They took it to the shop for a golf ball. Some of these are just silly, aren't they?
State's car started making a rattle noise about a week ago. The last oil change was in 2022 and they had gone 730.
Holy crap. Look how many days they went since the oil change. Or past. It says exceeding. There were 3 days past the oil change. Oh, wow. Yeah, that car is probably not going to last much longer.
Days past the recommended
That's
oil
probably
change
sludge
interval.
by now,
The
not
car
oil.
had about half a quart of black burned oil in the engine. The customer only approved one engine flush and oil change, and the technician said the car also smelled terrible inside.
I imagine so. All that burnt oil and sludge, look at that. Full of sludge. No way to really get that out is like pressurized air, right? You gotta force it out with air typically, I think.
This car came to get some new all-season tires installed. During the job, the technician saw
What am I looking at? What is that? No, but seriously, I thought that was like a big old thing of JB Willard or something on the frame. Am I looking at that right? You know what that is, pal? Sure, car got you, right? I never seen nothing like that.
a few drops of oil drip on the ground and then found all of this JB Weld over a hole on the engine block.
It was JB Willard. It's the engine block, not the frame. Oh my god. That's a big patch of JB Willard on the engine block. That means that car must have either hit something to poke a hole in it, or to piss at one time. Oh my god. That's scary.
The customer mentioned she had just purchased this car for $10,000.
Oh my god, she got scammed. That lady got scammed. Take that back right away. You got scammed, lady. Get a lawyer.
Can't make this up, guys. State truck, Delnor Wiggins State Park. Under warranty. Active grill shutter stuck open.
Okay.
Harmonica number 1.
And this customer thought it was a good idea to
They put harmonica. I think I might play a joke on that guy. They put harmonicas in the. Oh, somebody got him good.
super glue a seatbelt back together.
Crazy. Why?
This car was towed in as the customer said his car has a massive oil leak in the driveway after his son changed the oil. The mechanic found that the customer's son installed a Bluetooth oil filter.
Suchi's oil filter, aka no oil filter whatsoever. Well, pal, how you like the Bluetooth oil filter? Yeah, that's called no oil filter.
This vehicle was towed in to get a secondary injection pump installed. When opening the door, the mechanic found all this mold inside.
Ew, clean your cars, people. Come on, don't get that nasty.
The shop declined to perform any work.
This car was brought in as the customer said their car is bouncy and they have a hole in their hood after they installed new front struts. The mechanic said that the customer forgot to install a part on the struts when they installed them.
Yeah, that went right through that hood.
Customer states vibration and clunk is felt in the rear drive shaft. The technician found the rear subframe to be rusted out beyond repair, leaving the rear differential hanging loose from one bushing. The customer asked if it could be welded back together, but the shop declined, and the customer said
You don't want to weld that. Look at how thin that is. Ain't no way a weld would take. And if it did, you don't want to weld a frame like that. That's dangerous.
they are not looking to purchase a new vehicle.
So guys, this is a 2016 Kia Sedona 3.3 with 68,000 miles. They were supposed to replace the oil at 51,000 miles.
Oh no.
They came in talking about there was an engine noise, and when they put the oil in, the engine noise went away. So
Oh look, forbidden chocolate milk.
that's what the inside of the engine looks like. Mind you, they were supposed to replace the oil at 51,000 miles, and they came in at 68. And that's what the filter looks like. On a car that doesn't even have 100,000 miles, this is what it looks like when you leave a filter in there for almost 20,000 miles. And it barely,
Yeah, change your oil, people. Do it
it doesn't
regularly.
even want to come out. So we had to resort to alternative forms of violence. Look at this thing. Look at this thing.
Ew.
This 2011 Kia Sorento with 175 miles on it came in for recall, and the technician noticed the vehicle seemed to have no brakes and found the left rear rotor to be completely worn down to almost nothing. The customer declined repairs and laughed, saying, "Why make such a big deal over nothing?" This pickup truck was brought in as the
They delivered us, huh? See, we say that when they hit something, they can't stop.
owner said he just needs to pass an emissions test. The mechanic said that this is the most dangerous trap he has seen still on the road, and said it surprisingly passed the emissions test. The shop told the customer that they recommend he takes the vehicle to a scrapyard.
What is that gonna... Is there a rope? It's rope.
I was being held together by angle iron bolts and chicken wire. Holy cow. Yeah. That's definitely not something we'll drive on the road.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh, look at that. Right through. Right through it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It passed the emissions test that filled everything else, apparently.
This customer came in wanting to do only the front fork seals on their motorcycle. The technician found that it had the incorrect rear caliper bolt installed, both front calipers damaged due to the front tire installed backwards on the wheel direction incorrect causing brake caliper damage on front calipers, and a missing engine mount bolt. The brake fluid reservoir was also installed incorrectly and loose. After
Talk about death trap. That poor bike deserves
the
better.
technician declined to work on the bike, the customer had his son ride the bike away. The customer then complained about the technician expressing concern about his death trap.
So, I can't be bothered.
Of course he complained. He's a milk Karen. And we got all the stuff here is what's going on.
To fix the emissions properly. So what we'll do is... Oh, look! We'll put a bit of tape under the throttle pedal so you can't push it down very far. Naughty boy.
The semi-truck was towed in as the driver said the engine seized. The mechanic found that the engine locked up so hard that it sheared off all the flywheel bolts. The mechanic had to remove the transmission with the flywheel and clutch still on the transmission.
Should be fine. You should have a new flywheel.
How do you measure something like that? Oh my god. Every single one of those bolts were sheared off and still on the flywheel. Ooh.
This customer's car was brought in for its yearly inspection, and the customer mentioned that he's a welder
Holy
and fixed some
crap.
issues on the car himself, so it should pass without any issues. The mechanic found that this rear axle was very poorly welded. The customer then said he had somebody else.
Very poorly welded is an understatement. That looks like a unnatural beehive, like a swarm of hell bees or hornets.
Weld the axle, and his car failed the inspection.
When this car was brought in for a fuel pump recall, the technician had to remove the rear seats to access the fuel pump. He said he had to wear a mask as there was mold growing behind the seats and some sort of
Well, they weld that with a little, huh? Probably everything. You name it, they probably stuck it up there to try welding it on.
mysterious liquid sloshing around.
Ew.
This car was just at this shop to get new control arms installed, and the customer is now back as she's claiming the shop stole her battery and gave her a worse one. The mechanic recorded this clip just in case the customer comes back to his shop, claiming they stole anything else.
This Mercedes-Benz GLE 53 came in as the customer said the windshield washer was emptying very quickly. The technician found a pinhole in a washer fluid line which caused water fluid to spray all over these fuses, wiring, and relays.
Oh no. And that's that part about rear windshield wiper washer fluids, right? Cause you get a little pinhole, that's gonna ruin your whole interior. Start molding if you don't catch it.
And this BMW motorcycle was brought in as the customer said he has an oil leak. The customer did his own oil change and over-torqued the drain plug, which cracked the engine block. Then afterwards, he tried fixing the engine block with his welder, which did not work. This vehicle...
Why do people keep building their engine blocks? You can't do that. Well, you can, but I wouldn't do it.
came in with a control arm held in with a trailer hitch pin. The customer's car also had a bad misfire, but he didn't
my
want it
God.
diagnosed before going on a 300-mile trip. This is how a can of spray foam exploded in a shop.
Now that's kind of interesting. I like the spray foam like the best out of all of it so far.
Now, I reckon this might be the worst customer mistakes I ever seen in my life. Coming up at spot number 1, we got a clear-cut break. Ain't nothing too serious, you know, we can get that done, we can handle that. No problem. As we come further down this framular device here, we got ourselves another break here. And then what in the sweet mother of Mary is this?
Oh my God, I'm with the mechanic on this. What did they do? If I took the sole off some flip-flops, some packing tape, chicken wire, whatever kind of paper that is. Sorry, pal. I don't remember this bad. They tried to fix your tailpipe. Ugh. I did not know it would be this bad, hell. I'm sorry. I thought it would be funny agent things or whatever, but This is bad.
Yes, oh my God, Lord help us.
This motorcycle was brought in as the customer said it wouldn't start after he tried fixing an oil leak himself. The customer did not know the oil pan bolts had to be retorqued every 10,000 miles. So when it started to leak, he decided to use Honda Bond to try and stop the leak. The silicone managed to make its way into the oil galleys and cause the engine to seize.
I imagine.
And when this car was brought in for an unrelated issue, the technician noticed that the frame was filled with spray
Why? Why is there a frame of spray foam?
foam.
Do you guys fill your frame with spray foam? I guess they want to reduce engine noise, I guess? I don't know.
This vehicle came in for an inspection, and when the technician opened the door, he saw all this mess. The person who drove the car to the shop also had 2 kids in the back seat with him.
Oh, there's my 10 mil. Finally, I found it. Oh man, that was a good search.
When this car was in for some work, the mechanic noticed this is how the customer had his child's car seat secured in the back of the car. The shop told the customer to remove it as soon as possible.
Why would you do that? If you get pulled over, I don't think the cops will like that very much. It's not even secured in there properly, right? You got the boards loose, and the car seat is literally nailed or screwed to the boards.
Customer states their engine was steaming and they had to
I jumped out of the oil. Oh my God, I jumped out of the oil pan. Someone help me.
pull over. The customer only wanted the technician to replace the radiator hose. After doing so, the car didn't start, and the technician got approved for further diagnosis, and then found that this vehicle needed a new engine.
So, a vehicle came in with a misfire on cylinder 1.
Holy crap. Somebody tried to fix their own wiring. Look at that mess. No wonder why it's misfiring.
When I popped the hood, there was all this wiring like this. It had tape on these, and I pulled it apart. Basically found the same idea of wiring here. But what I found is the silver wire here, which is the outer shielding wire. That was kind of cut off, but this wire here, this black and orange, was connected to the signal wire, and they straight up just grounded it, the signal on the PCM, so fried the PCM.
This beaver jumped out of the rear wheel.
Wow. You're a hitchhiker.
The last time this car was brought in for its inspection, it failed, as there were multiple holes in the frame.
So they welded them up. Not only that, they put the car on it after they welded it. Fix one with the car.
The customer is now back, as he said he had a family member weld the frame and it should pass with no issues.
This 2007 Toyota Prius was brought in for dying on the highway. While inspecting the fuel pump assembly, the technician found a slice of pizza on top of the tank.
Piece of pizza on the gas tank. Weird place to keep it, I guess.
That means that tape's been dropped at least once before. And that pizza doesn't look that old, so that was recent. Ew. That groundhog not a beaver. I thought that was a squirrel. Huh.
This 2007 Dodge came in for new tires. After taking a closer look, the technician found the driver's side upper control arm rusted off, passenger side lower control arm bent, passenger rear rotor worn down to the fins, and all the steering components were loose. The customer told the shop they only wanted 4 new tires and declined all other repairs. This car came in for a brake issue. During the inspection, the technician found this lower control arm to be broken and that someone attempted to JB weld it. The customer declined repairs and drove away.
Can we weld that? Somebody
I thought if something was that bad, the shop would stop it from leaving. Or at least get over authorities, because that's dangerous. That thing were to break, they would just steer in that car quick.
JB welded it before he.
I'm in a rideshare vehicle, and the door handles
are taped over so the customer can't get out. That seems safe.
No, it seems like there was something other than rideshare. I don't even want to know what that person has planned. That's scary to think about. Will you guys help me out here? I don't want to be kidnapped. No.
Both outside handles are taped up also.
This car came in with all
They even taped up the outside one so people from outside can't help them. Oh my god. Yeah, they were planning something other than a rideshare, I bet.
of this mold and dirt inside. It was hard for the technician to breathe, and he said he thought it was cat poop on the armrest.
Oh! Ew! Ew!
Wow.
Nasty!
No, the AC's on blowing.
Look at all that mold over that stuff. Hi, Zeb. Welcome. It's alright. We're glad to have you here anyway. I'm watching they just rode in. I'm kind of regretting it. Now, this car is so moldy. Got cat poop on the armrest. Ew.
It smells like dead cat and soured cat food in this mug.
I know there might be one in that back seat somewhere buried.
But that quarter ain't gonna move ever.
Customer states blower makes noise temporarily.
Plastic bags. Oh, this was just funny, right? Took you there for an issue. Hey, you just need to clear out his car, fix the noise. Hmm.
This car came in as the vehicle owner said he had an oil leak fixed by another shop. The technician is not sure what other shop apparently did this, but he found
What
a
is
diaper.
that? A diaper? They use a diaper to fix an oil leak? What in the world?
Held in place with some chicken wire, and the oil leak was not fixed.
More spray foam. We go, Laha. We got another car with spray foam on it. I guess they're too cheap to get Bondo.
Customer stated that the AC doesn't work and not to touch any of the duct tape. As you can see, the customer loves duct tape and there's no fan shroud installed.
Customer states that the engine overheated and there's
Yeah, I wouldn't work on that car. If I was in that shop, I would not work on that car.
coolant leaking from the engine. The customer has tried to stop this coolant leak with duct tape, which did not work.
Put some pressure to it. And of course, it looks like probably leaking from in there, eh?
My son tried to do his own brakes because he wanted to, and
Is that zip ties instead of lug nuts? Really? Ain't no way. I mean, granted, they got 3 on there, so that tire's not going anywhere. But damn! That's gotta be a joke.
he had some trouble, and he also lost his lug nuts, or a couple.
Get on AutoZone, buy a new set, they're cheap. I $10 for each set of lug nuts. Don't zip tie 'em?
Of them. And this is what he did to help hold the wheel on. I don't think he's ready to do his own brakes yet.
This car came in as the customer stated they heard clunking while turning.
Holy crap.
The technician found this destroyed lower ball joint and control arm. The customer declined repairs and drove away. This Mazda
course they
CX-9
did.
was towed in as the customer said the car overheated and they
Oh, look, forbidden chocolate milk. Yummy, yummy.
continued to drive for 20 minutes until it shut off on them. This car came in with glued up windows.
So you can't even open the window now because the amount of glue there actually starts to pull that weather strip in. Has anyone, I mean, I'm doing this 26 years, I've never seen someone use Gorilla Tape. I mean, that's straight up glue. He wants it cleaned off.
Customer states the blind spot and operative light is on. Whoever did the muffler delete on this Mercedes-Benz never reconnected the exhaust.
Oh, somebody stole his muffler. Look at that. They just sheared it off. What the?
To the exhaust tips, and over time it melted the wires for the blind spot system and parts of the rear bumper.
Got this forward end.
Guarantee that sort of apart. I almost guarantee they're after that catalytic converter, but stole his muffler by mistake.
And man says, think I got something wrong with my rear end or something that's making some racket. And geez Louise, I've seen a lot of bad ones in my day, but this is probably the worst I've ever seen. You can really see how warped it is right here.
This 2016 Rolls-Royce Wraith came in for an alignment, and this is what the mechanic found during his inspection.
This looks original. The original actually is
Okay, if you can afford a Rolls Royce, why would you fix it like this? I mean, seriously.
supposed to look like that. So yeah, I don't know what shady shop replaced this side, but it's no good.
This 2001 International came in as the customer stated when he was driving, he dumped the clutch, then heard a pop and lost all power. The technician found all of this damage to the input shaft of the transmission.
This car was just brought in for an inspection and failed as it has a ton of issues. The mechanic said more than half of the car seemed to be made out of spray foam, even though the
More spray foam, huh? The spray foam literally holding this car together. It has more than half spray foam. It does something.
vehicle failed the inspection, the customer drove away and continues to drive the car.
Then saying it, tried painting it. Oh my god.
You can submit clips that you personally filmed on our website at justrolledyt.com.
Burn with fire.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and please consider leaving a like or subscribing if you haven't already. Thanks.
And now this customer saves compilation as of September and October 2024. Just rolled in.